Hello! Yes, yes, hello and welcome. How we doing? Goodness, it's been a while. Ah! It's been a while, huh? Yeah. Let's see, let's make sure I'm all centered up like I want to be. Okay. Hello! Return to the Pog, indeed. Apologies if I might sound a little off sometimes. I'm still a little coffee, still a little sneezy, but I have vastly improved. I have survived. Yes, welcome back, everyone. Good to see y'all. I was pretty heckin' sick for a while. Oh my goodness, I was very sick. My mother is also sick. Everyone was sick. Everyone. Oh, but I think I'm over a majority of it. Now it's just like I get a little gunky sometimes. I cough a little bit. My voice might be a little rough sometimes, but yeah. But good to see y'all. Hope everyone's doing okay. I had a lot of debate what I was going to play today, and I just decided to roll with Palworld because I actually had an idea for what to do today. So yeah, how about we do a little base building today? I learned about a new location that I wanted to set up on. It's a spot that has both ore and coal mining, which is really nice. So maybe I'll go scope that out and see if we can figure anything out. Because right now, this was the remnants of my factory. It's mostly torn apart right now. I took apart a lot of stuff. I've upgraded a lot of stuff. I officially hit level 50, which is max level, which is great. So I'm still mostly just trying to take care of tech points that I don't have as I go. I probably wasted a lot of points on just saddles. I have a bad habit of just buying all the saddles because I like to ride everything. I don't have like a specific mount that I like to ride. I like to change my party and just bring whoever with that I like. So that's probably where all my points went. But yeah, I got like at least all of the manufacturing conveyor belts unlocked, and you know the important stuff. I unlocked all the guns except for the rocket launcher. I don't have the rocket launcher yet, but I just got the assault rifle last night, and the legendary sphere and the electric furnace. So I'm trying to get some of these really high level things to kind of keep me supported. And then I still have to get the final level of the armor though. And after that, I'll probably just start working on like aesthetic stuff because I really want to build beautiful and pretty looking bases, not just functional. So I think after I unlock the what's the next big thing I want? I think I can hold off on the rocket launcher for now. So maybe the next upgrade to the shield. I think the shield will be a big one. But yeah. So I've got an awful lot done. This base is mostly torn down. It's just the only thing is doing right now is making me stone. Because I have a lot of after I tore down everything, I've been storing a lot of my materials. So I have an awful lot of wood, but and then I caught up on like things like ingots. So I have like 280 refined ingots, like over 400 of the normal ones. I have a lot of all this stuff because, yeah, so to have materials for new bases. So now I'm just catching up on stone real quick and all that good stuff. But we can probably just start building anyway because this mine is doing fantastic in its production. I have two quarry spots opened up with a bunch of pals that can quarry with higher level mining, like the dig toises. I got this quivering buddy who can kind of help out. The Doomuns. I got this menace thing. I found this guy about a couple days ago, I think. This big scorpion. Pretty cool. This one almost killed me. So their stone production is up the wazoo, and I just have tons of beds and springs around so they can work really hard and their sanity will stay up. I think most of their sanities I have like a surplus of a lot of extra pals that you see that are just idling around. That way, if one goes off to take a break from mining, another will immediately replace it, and then they can kind of have time to just sit around and do nothing. And if they have do nothing downtime, their sanity will go back up to 100. So at this rate, none of the pals are gonna get depressed. So that's what's been working for me, I think. Yeah, good to see y'all. Happy hello. Oh, and Bonds, hi! Yeah, it's got Chicken and Lantos and Bonds. Good to see y'all. And, of course, Hell Girl. Yeah. Oh, redeem, animal fact. Indeed, there's a new animal fact. I should put a little... I just, like, pop that down. I'll keep an eye out for it, but I should give it a tiny little sound effect. Not like a big one, but just, like, a little thing to tell me that someone redeemed a sound effect. Or maybe it'll be, like, a cat meow. Or maybe, like, maybe I can make like a little playlist that it'll play from that of just like little animal sounds. Animal fact. Doesn't look like... Oh, you said lambs with it, huh? Lambs, so fun fact, I guess. Lambs actually have very long tails. Not a lot of people know that sheep have long tails. Sheep, when they're very, very young, have their tails docked. Because lambs have a bad habit of, like, they can get kind of icky back there, like if they have the runs or something. And when all of that gunk gets stuck in their new wool, it gets stuck in their wool very, very easily. And it makes them sick. I forgot the name of the sickness, but they can get very sick like that. And so farmers, when they're very, very young, will dock their tails. And the shortened tails actually help improve and prevent gunk getting stuck up on their rear. And it improves their life survivability as babies significantly. That being said, you can very much see longer tails on lambs and sheep as adults. Especially, I think it's more common in Europe for their tails to be quite long. It's more of an American tradition, from my understanding, to dock their tails. There's a lot of methods that people dock tails. Some of them are a bit more inhumane, I would say. One of the really old methods, so farmers try to save money any way they can. And one of the ways they used to save money is that they would tie a very, very tight rubber band or some kind of band around the tail. It would cut off the circulation to the tail. And eventually the end of the tail would undergo necrosis from lack of blood flow. And it just falls off. I'm sorry. That's a bad fact. That's like scat. However, the good news is that there's much more humane cropping methods now. That is a sad... I know. There's more humane cropping methods now. Nowadays, they have a shear combo with a cauterizer. It's a shear cauterizer combo, which also sounds pretty bad. Farming is gruesome. Yeah, farming industry has its issues for sure. However, there are always people looking for ways to improve this. And ultimately, their life expectancy does improve with the short tail. Or in plants, not animals. Yeah, I'm not going to go into the ethics of whether or not it's okay to eat animals. I am more of an advocate for reducing the fear and stress of all animals, both livestock and pets. And yeah, the shorter lamb tails do help them in the long run. They don't get sick nearly as easily. And yeah, they have improved methods of achieving this docked tail that doesn't include like pain. But yeah, it's kind of like when we pull cows, because cows are pulled, by the way. A lot of them are dehorned. Some cows are naturally born without horns, but many of them have horns. So calves also undergo a dehorning process when they're young. Also, sheep are classified by how much leg is showing. There's different breeds of sheep that are sometimes like that. Like the Suffolk sheep is the most well-known. Look at Bowser go. Oh, I know. They're fantastic. The Quiverns I was looking at Quivern because Quivern's looking really cute right now. Yeah, the Digger Toises are fantastic miners. Look at this fluffy dragon though. Yeah, so certain breeds of sheep are known for how much, like the black-faced sheep are known for how much black is showing on their legs. The Suffolk sheep is the most well-known and common, and they have like their entire leg is black, And then there's different breeds for if the black sock like if the black marking goes up to all the way, which is a stocking, halfway up, which is like a sock, or you know, things like that. Anyway, so Animal Facts is going to be a new redeem. I don't know where I think I got the idea from last one out, Lou, because Lou has like a little joke shark fact redeem. They mostly just say like whatever's just funny. And I was like, you know what? I know a lot of animal facts. I think if someone redeemed a thing for an animal fact and either just asked for a random, or if they had a specific animal, I might actually be able to like talk a little bit about it. I think it'd be good conversation prompts here and there because I'm relatively confident in my ability to know animals and stuff. Pet the dragon. Oh, yeah, thank you for the pets. Yeah. So that's gonna be a new little thing. I'll have to attach a sound alert to it so that I'll hear it. Maybe nerd glasses pop on your face. That would be hilarious. I could actually do that. I could have a glasses toggle. I'd have to find an asset for it, but that's very possible. The problem is I got a big nose. I'm all for eating meat. Just make sure the animal's life is happy. Exactly. Yeah. No, animal welfare has dramatically improved in the farming industry. Do some farmers still do it poorly? Yes. Do some farmers actually care a lot and make strives and efforts to improve the life state of their animals? Absolutely. As someone who was very much into farming growing up, especially since I was exploring, what'd you call it, veterinary farming? Yes. Some farmers genuinely do care and try very hard to improve and reduce, like, fear. It's called FAS, fear, anxiety, and stress. And you know what? Animals that experience less fear, anxiety, and stress ultimately kind of, quote-unquote, taste better. Happier animals make for better food. Anyway. Hey, Ryan, do you have any facts about the black-footed ferret? A black-footed ferret? No. Is that the wild variety? See, and this is the problem. If I don't know, I'm gonna look it up. Is the black-footed ferret the domestic breed, or is this the, is this wild? Oh, it's one of the North America's most endangered animals, once thought to be extinct. Interesting. This looks a lot like the domestic ferret, doesn't it? The black-footed ferret versus the domestic ferret. Pet ferrets are descendants of the European ferret. While black-footed ferrets are always tan with black masks, feet, tail, tips, and nose, domestic ferrets come in a wild variety of colors. Oh. So it's kind of like the difference between field mice and domestic mice. Yeah, ferrets are adorable. Did you know, actually, ferrets don't have proper muscle connectors between their shoulder blades and their arms. So we have like a lot of a muscle network that combines our shoulders to our arms, which is part of why we have reduced like angle in which we can move our arms and stuff like that, and like circles and stuff. They lack a lot of that muscle network, which is why they're so flexible. Let's see, we're gonna fast travel. I gotta get to that location. So I'm gonna find a location for us to find that Aura and coal spot that someone pointed out to me. They don't have shoulder bones. They have the shoulder bones. I'm sure they have scapulas. Do ferrets have scapulas? Have scapulas. Because scapula is the word for the shoulder blade. Oh my god, I literally typed, do ferrets have scapulas? And the #1 result says, do ferrets have spines? Yes, they have spines. Oh my god. Do they have shoulders? The neck should be, yeah. Okay, they do technically have shoulder blades. So it's their muscle network that's in that area that's extremely small and limber, and they have a lot less muscle definition or muscles there at all. And that's why they can kind of wiggle out of everything. You ever try to put a harness on a ferret? It's very, very hard. I've actually owned a pet ferret once when I was a wee little teenager, and I was kind of experimenting with different types of pets I wanted to have. I had a ferret named Bandit. Oh my gosh, why are you throwing things at me? How do I add sounds to the channel redeems? Is it through Twitch or Stream Elements? Throw a Thing automatically has its own sound network through the Twitch integrated throwing system. So that one has its own sound that you don't have to worry about. Sound redeems, though, I host my sound redeems through Blurp, I think. Yes, I host my sound alerts through a website called Blurp. You can feel free to DM me anytime you have streamer questions or something like that, Chicken, and I can send you like a better explanation that's not me just rambling on stream, or can source you what I'm talking about. But I believe I use the website Blurp. Yeah, Blurp Blurp. Yeah, of course. Some sounds I think can be tied to other what would you call it, programs. So my bonk sound effect, as you see, it bonks down a hammer onto my head and it plays a sound effect. Those are both hosted through my program Vignon. And Vignon is a 3D, yeah, that's part of the 3D software. So I have a few things going on. However, for you, Chicken, if you want to do an action, like a bonk onto your head, with a sound effect, I recommend Mix It Up, which I believe I've already told you about. Mix It Up can do sounds, it can do GIFs and pictures, and it can combine the two together as well. Before I moved to Vignon for my 3D model, that's what I used with my PNG tuber. And it still worked to have like someone bonk my head and make a sound. Anyway, I hope the black-footed ferret fact was okay. I didn't know, yeah, that indeed it is a, oh, I think I see the spot from here. It's a highly endangered species in North America. Very, very similar to our domestic variation. There are variations between domestic and wild species of animals. Kind of like, you know how they always say pigeons are just feral pets that are left behind? That's very specific to the rock dove, which, I mean, doves and pigeons are either more or less the same or exactly the same. The rock dove is the city pigeon we all see and know about. However, mourning doves, they're also pigeons, but they are wild. They're not domestic. Or, they're not domesticated. So unfortunately, as much as I love mourning doves, I am not allowed to own one as a pet. RIP. Alright, so this mountaintop, I believe, is the location someone was mentioning. It is indeed a mountaintop, so I'll have to do a lot of clearing. It's very uneven, but I think we could build like a little skyscraper on here. So I could set up foundations to make this network functional, cut down a lot of these trees, and we could set up a base onto this mountain. I didn't bring any logging pals. Whoop. I didn't bring any logging pals with me or an axe, so we'll have to come back with our necessary stuff. But this location has both. It has what? 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 coal and 7 ore veins. That's pretty cool. And you need coal and ore in order to make the refined ingots, which is basically steel. Because if I'm not mistaken, steel is carbonized iron. Yes? Or is that, or is iron carbonized? Hold on. Shadow, hello, hello, welcome in. How you doing? See, now I'm just on like a Google trip. You ever do that where you just constantly start to wonder things? Main difference between iron and steel is that the former, iron, is naturally occurring, while the latter, steel, is an alloy of iron and carbon. Okay, so my paldium, or not paldium, is called refined ingots. So you make ingots, which is probably iron, which is these. And to make steel, which we call refined ingots, is the combination of the iron ore and coal. So in order to make steel, I'm going to need both of these resources. Laws are made to be broken. WWF has 98 or 96 endangered animals lists on their website, so all my animal facts will come from that list. Okay. I mean, I'm more than happy to like learn a little bit too. Like I said, if I don't know a fact, I'll look it up. We'll learn together. We'll talk about it. It kind of reminds me of Zoo Tycoon. Any of you ever play Zoo Tycoon growing up? I remember Zoo Tycoon 2 maybe had a very specific expansion or something of like endangered species, and it was all completely dedicated to encouraging your character and your zoo to oh, there's a lot of effigies over here, to like do a breeding program of breeding in captivity and releasing to the wild of these endangered species and like educating players about it. A lot of my early knowledge and love for animals came from Zoo Tycoon. I played the first one an awful lot. I played a little bit of the second one, but not as much, because during that time era in which it was out, you know, games were getting more difficult to run, and my parents weren't really like, they already invested into having a computer and games for me. So when upgraded versions of stuff came out, they didn't want to upgrade because they're like, well, I already spent money on it. Why would I do it again? Kind of like why the Super Nintendo didn't do as well as the NES. So it was a lot of that. So I never had a computer that was strong enough to really play Zoo Tycoon 2. Though I did play a bit of it. Oh, there it is. I do have Planet Zoo. I played a little bit of Planet Zoo. I'm not very good at it. Like, sure, I can make animals happy. I can make a very functional zoo, but I'm not very good at making a beautiful zoo. Maybe I should practice and learn a little bit of that game. Not sure if I would stream it because it's not really... I don't know if it's a stream game. Most people who tend to stream it are either very, very good at it and like can do the beautiful builds, or they're very chaotic and they have fun with that. Kind of like a... what is it called? The dinosaur one. Jurassic Park Evolved or whatever? Jurassic... whatever. They came out with the Jurassic Park Zoo Tycoon game. I played the first one. I loved it. And I bought the second one, and I still haven't played it. So who knows? Maybe one day I'll be like, yeah, I feel like playing Jurassic Park. Maybe I'll just stream it, since it'll be my first experience playing. Gosh, it's so dark. At least when it's dark, I can see the effigies. I need to collect these to improve my capture rate. I'm on the last tier for the effigies, so I'm almost maxed out on their upgrade. Looks like that's good. Let's head home. We'll sleep until morning so we can see, and we'll come back with some pals that can help me clear out the area. We'll establish a foundation and set up a pal box. Pinky's Park? Oh, for Zoo Tycoon or Jurassic World? I did like the Jurassic World game. It was pretty fun. It had some issues here and there. It definitely didn't have a lot of customization or ways to make it beautiful like you can with Planet Zoo, but I thought it was fun. Especially when I was a kid, because Zoo Tycoon 1 had a dinosaur expansion, and I loved the dinosaur expansion so much. It was kind of fun to also learn about those dinosaurs, because when I played the game, I didn't just like do what a lot of kids do, where they, you know, release the animals into the wild and like let them kill people. I actually spent a lot of time reading the entries, because they all had like little blurbs and bios about them, and yeah, I sat down and I just read about these animals as a kid. it inspired a lot of personal interest in me as a kid with animals. For a long period of time when I was growing up, I wanted to be kind of like a zookeeper. I wanted to work in a zoo in a way or something like that. But exotics is extremely hard to get into. Maybe Planet Zoo? Who knows? If I get the itch and I'm like, I want to play it, then I probably will on stream. Okay, so for going there, let me bring someone to build with me. I have Mrs. Barbara the Builder. She's great at it. Logging. Who's really, really good at logging? Level 3 logging? Oh, that would be Bushi. Bushi has level 3 logging. You can help me cut down trees. Obviously someone with logging foreman would help probably the most. But I don't know if I have anyone with that, because it's not one of the traits I tend to care about breeding into pals. I don't really focus on the foreman type pals. So if I get one with it, I usually just sell them. Someone might have got caught with it here, and I just kept them. I don't see anyone, though. I have a lot of, oh, here, you do. And you can build. Good, good, good. I have a lot of pals in my box right now because I've been doing a lot of breeding. You have Sirius. That's good. That's okay. Alright, so you have logging foreman. You can log, you can build, you can fly. Anyone else I really, really want to bring with? I'm trying to think. That might be good enough for right now. Maybe someone who, let's see, there's motivational foreman as well, which increases work speed. Motivational leader, you? Yeah, let's bring you with. I wanted to be a firefighter, then I realized how terrifying the job is. Yeah. I don't know if it pays particularly well either. Isn't it mostly like a volunteer job in a way? I don't know much about it. I never thought about doing firefighting. It was never really at the top of my list. I was heavily encouraged into medical growing up. Because, you know, it was that era of, oh, you're a girl and you're smart. Medical. You should be a nurse. I got that a lot. Alright, I'm gonna try and reduce my carry weight as well. Actually, no. Oh, shoot. Actually, you know what? We can put him away. I am actually going to bring a Bronc Cherry with me because Bronc Cherry increases my carry weight. If I had the Botan saddle, I could bring Botan with me. Or the Wumbo Botan. Because they increase carry weight as well, and they can log, but I do not have that saddle. Alright, I'm going to try and reduce my carry weight so I can at least handle hauling more stuff with me. 35 pounds is a decent amount, but I don't know if I'm going to worry about it. Also, I forgot, equipping and unequipping gear. Shoot, I shouldn't have done that. This game has a glitch right now where if you equipped armor and then unequipped it while you have a hip lantern, it messes up your hip lantern and subsequently messes up like the game world lighting, and you have to like reload. So nah, I'm just gonna keep my armor. Southern grasshopper mouse. Oh, is that like a little field mouse? Let's see. Gosh, you guys are giving me interesting ones. Oh yeah, these are like the little field mouse that you find sometimes, I think. Oh yeah, these are cute. Yeah, so these are like the little wild mice. Or, yeah, that you sometimes... This one, I found this in my house before. Maybe not this specific one, but similar, like a cousin species. Yeah, these guys are really cute. Ah. Mice actually have tragically short lifespans. Mice only live about, like, maybe 1 to 2 years, especially in the wild, but that's why they breed so fast. Hey, Ice! Hello, hello! Thank you so much for the sub! Yeah, I am back! I'm still a little gunky, but I've vastly improved. Yeah, it's good to see you too. Hope you're doing well. Mice look squishable? All mice look squishable. They have a short tail. Oh, southern grasshopper mice are unique among other northern rodents in the family in that their diet mostly consists of arthropods. Ooh. So like bugs, huh? They mostly eat bugs. How interesting. That is curious. They're very predatory and a very aggressive rodent species. Oh, probably because they eat bugs, and that's why they're called the grasshopper mouse. Because they probably, yeah, they eat a lot of grasshoppers. Live crickets are preferred to deceased specimens for feeding. Goodness, they're little predators. That's so cute. They're also noted for their resistance to venom, meaning they're highly, resistant to scorpions, which I'm sure they also eat. Very cool. So, the grasshopper mouse is an insectivore by most prominently. Yeah, that is very cool. Was that the cool fact in particular? One time I was at a hotel and there was a mice in my room, which is effed up because it was a big hotel. Well, I mean, that would increase the odds, to be honest. I was a housekeeper before, but I never had issues with wildlife, so to speak. I've had a mouse in my house before. One time we just got it in a live trap and we released it outside near the neighbor. And then the second time, Sebastian caught it. The mouse was still alive when we got home, but I could tell that the poor thing definitely wasn't having a good time because it was exhausted. It was so tired, it didn't even run when we put it in a little jar and took it outside. Because Sebastian probably was just... We were gone, we came home, and the mouse was there. And I think Sebastian was just playing. He didn't kill it. Yeah, that's the thing. Cats will lay on their prey instead of killing them because it will, like... Because a lot of prey have a freeze response. So cats will intentionally lay down on their prey. So it activates them for their, like, flee response. So they'll get up and try to run away, and that, like, gets them, the cats, re-interested. I'm sorry, I'm almost scared that a lot of my animal facts are gonna be bad. Because Animal Kingdom's cruel, yo. But maybe that's just the reality of it. Animal Kingdom be rough like that. Damn, nature, you scary. Man, I never bought the upgraded axe. I'm not surprised, to be honest. I have 1 point. Can I? No. There's a refined metal axe. I never got even the basic metal axe. Because I never cut trees. Alright, well, we got an axe. I have an axe and 1 gun for defense. That should help improve my carry weight. Oh, I also discovered something particularly helpful in Palworld. So you can capture humans in this game, and turns out humans are great for just popping out of your pocket into the base, and then if they're a merchant, you can buy and sell from them. So I have merchants just, you know, on hand, on deck, in case I ever want to just sell something really quick instead of going to town. Easy. Slaves, they don't even work. They don't even work. They just sit here in my box. I have 1 that sells ammo. I have one that sells basics. I have this one that sells high quality oil, so you don't have to farm for it. And then I have a pal merchant, so I can buy and sell pals. Next on my list is the Black Marketeer. I tried catching him last time, but I didn't have good enough pal spheres. I ran out of the red ones. But now I can make better ones. So next time I get a chance, I'm going to stock up a lot on those... I'm going to stock up on really high-level pal spheres, and I'm going to catch the black market guy. He's going to be mine. Are there in-game cops? There are! There are indeed in-game cops, and they indeed went after me. But there's a little trick. You can... turns out all you have to do is... you can just log off, and log back on, and the PIDF will just be gone. So, I attacked a merchant in town. I captured him, logged off, logged back in, and yeah, GTA wanted rating was just gone. But yeah, I don't actually use them for anything besides buying and selling. I just get the merchants. I don't catch any other humans. I don't sell humans. I just get the merchants for convenience. It's like Minecraft. You know how people get villagers, and then they like gather a bunch of villagers and put them in a little area with like their workstation to buy and sell from them. The Squidward malls. Yeah. Yeah, it's just that. Come on. It's exactly that. It's like villagers in Minecraft. So don't at me, all right? Yeah. All right, let's get some of these trees cut down. Wait, am I not? Oh, there we go. I don't know if that Rangerx is actually hitting that tree. Is this tree bugged or something? Oh no. No. Oh. Oh. I don't know if he's actually hitting it. I think the hitbox on this tree is a little weird. Literally explaining why catching humans is okay. I'm not explaining why it's okay. I'm just explaining that you can't act all high and mighty about it. Don't act like you're better. We're all filth here. We've all played The Sims. Palworld is an unsettled island that people are trying to research. Yeah, this island's highly unsettled because it's so aggressive and dangerous. Oh well, it's pretty much the Wild West with no real government. In a way, yeah. Like, they have the PIDF, but they're like... It's like the NCR in Fallout, you know? They're trying to be a source of government, but they're kind of incompetent. Man, you're really bad at logging. I can do it myself, it's okay. I forgot to bring other important stuff with me, like, you know, Paldium. My brain's barely holding on right now, I think. It's been a while. I haven't streamed in like over a week because I've been so sick. And now I finally felt good enough. I was feeling somewhat better like a few days ago, but then we hit the weekend and Seymour was home a lot, so I decided, like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until Monday. Alright, so this is the very, very tippy top of the mountain. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna place something right here real quick. And we'll try and figure out what to do. I need stone and paldium. I'm gonna set up a pal box. There's no rocks up here, so I might have to pop back down real quick. Paldium's usually pretty common near sources of water. Oh yeah, there's a skill tree over there. I should go pick it. Sunfish? Sunfish, they're the big, those are the really big whitefish, right? If I'm not mistaken, those are sometimes jokingly called the most useless fish in the ocean. Because their body is almost completely comprised of just this completely unedible cartilage stuff. They're so gross and unedible. Nothing in the ocean eats them. And they mostly just kind of float around as little, like, filter feeders. They can swim, but they're not very good at it. They mostly just ride currents everywhere throughout the ocean and just kind of, like, filter and exist. They do very, very little in reality. So scientists are kind of mean and funny about them being useless. However, they are extremely massive, and they're very, very cool to look at. But yeah, nothing eats them. Nothing will eat them. They're apparently gross. And huge. They're significantly bigger than humans. Wait, there's literally an image of sea lion eating one, and it's like, oh no? Really? Must have been a desperate sea lion. I heard a lot of animals don't really eat them because they're just bony. Apparently they taste bad. They're not even nutritious. But yeah, they have like this silly vapid expression. There's nothing going on in those fish's head. This island's, might you say, rustled? Rustled or rusted? This is rust. Alright, I got enough for a pal box. The Syndicate is capturing pals and shipping them to the mainland. Yeah, that's probably... I think that that's not just a headcanon. I think it's more or less confirmed. Because Zoe, the girl with the pigtails and the Grizz bolt, in her journal, she remarks that the Syndicate, that's what they do. They capture and sell pals. But they're like selling them to like off-land and stuff like that, which is pretty dangerous because pals are extremely dangerous. That's why this island's unsettled, because people come here and they just die. And a lot of people seem to shipwreck around here, so I'm almost wondering if the waters surrounding the archipelago are just really abrasive and unsafe. Hold on, that's backwards. Yep. There we go. So in here, so here. Kind of get this, like a 3x3 on the very, very tippy top or something. Could work. After I get the base set down, the hostiles should stop spawning in. We'll do a 3x3 and we'll put the PAL box here in the center. See, how big does that area get? I want to try and make this as symmetrical as possible. I hate having to eyeball everything because I don't think I'm particularly good at it. I've discovered that Hellgirl is very, very good at base building. And I really like how she builds. No, we can move it back a little bit. Speaking of Hellgirl, I don't know how many of you saw, but I posted in the Discord some of her shenanigans she got up to. So we were playing together, right? Brand new characters for both of us. We were like level 13-ish or something like that. We were like level 13. And you know how at the beginning area they have like that big Mamorest who's like really strong and like level 38? So Hellgirl's like, hey, can we kill this thing? And I said, probably not. It's really strong. I think we'll just die. Well, this looks more or less okay. And I'm like, yeah, probably not. I don't think we should try and fight it. And she's like, I'm gonna kill it. She's like, watch me. I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, all right. So I left. I walked off. I was like catching pals, getting fast travel points. And I went back to base. And then I was like, what are you doing? Because like I haven't seen her in a while. And she's like, oh, nothing. I go and find her on the map. and she constructed an entire, like, stable corral full, just big, just of all wood. And in the inside of it, of this little horseshoe shaped object, cage, was a bunch of campfires. And she was antagonizing the Mamarest and encouraging it to go into the little horseshoe stable. And yeah, so I kind of messed her up at first, but then we worked together and redirected the Mamarest to follow us into the little cage. We got to the back wall, climbed up. The Mamarest followed us into the walls. On top of the campfires were caught on fire. And then we stood behind the walls, close enough for the mammoth to try and route to us, but not so close that it could attack. And we just stood there, and its health gradually went down until it died from being on fire. She got a lot of XP from that. I took the picture and I put it in the Discord. It's kind of silly. Did I put it in general? I think I put it in general, didn't I? No, I put it in memes. Yeah, so she caged it, we killed it, and she was very proud of herself. Count on Hellgirl, if there's a way to exploit a game, she'll find it. I always tell her she'd make a fantastic game tester, because no one can find glitches, bugs, and exploits the way Hellgirl can. Because she has somewhat of an understanding of how software works, she's really good at thinking about ways to break stuff. And in a way, you kind of have to know how to break something in order to fix it. I mean, that's kind of like what, because she used to be a weld technician at her former job. Oh wow, looks like the base radius is like almost perfectly shaped to this top. It looks like it's almost frustratingly just a little bit too small. Yeah. But yeah, so part of being a weld tech is because we had like automated robots that would do a lot of welding, and the problem is that obviously these robots can make mistakes, and in order to, you know, you'd have to fix the robots sometimes to reteach them, as we called it, and fix whatever they were doing wrong. And you had to have a bit of software knowledge and programming to do that. So, yeah, Hellgirl's really good at, like, software, programming, understanding how these things work, how to fix them, how to break them. Yeah. Pretty smart at being dumb? No. You're very smart. Hellgirl's very smart. Everyone's smart and dumb in their own personal way. And Hellgirl is very software smart. She's very tech smart. In fact, she's very build smart. She knows how to, like, build and take things apart pretty well. Like, I'm not too bad at maintenance technology myself, but I'm more better at working with things that I already understand or already have, like, a baseline knowledge for, or maybe have the tools and accessories for. I'm not very creative with solving problems that I've never encountered. Just popping over to my farm real quick. I have this base over here still that's just my farm. No one's really here working right now because I have a lot of food and I didn't want to worry about this place while I was working on everything else. But yeah, they have so much food, I'm not really concerned. Maybe I'll keep some cakes being baked. I don't know. How are my resources doing? They have a lot of flour, pretty good on berries, very, very good on milk or on eggs. I don't know. Maybe I will keep it going. A lot of lettuce, a lot of tomato. We might run out of wheat though, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get the farm back up and running real quick, because I just had the 2 chilling pals to keep the food cold. But, I mean, it's a farm. They're pretty self-sufficient. I do want to be able to make cakes as much as possible. Okay, so my farmer pals, actually, let me sort by element. The farm crew, that includes Drizzle. Drizzle is the watering pal. Um, mm, I usually give them help. So sometimes I drop in a Zerobe here as well. We have a Bronc Cherry. We have a Bronc Cherry to plant. Talia to help. Electric pals. Keep the power on. Fire pal for cooking. Trying to think of everyone I need. One more electric pal too. Really Sally down. No. Guess he's good enough. I think that's everyone. So I have 4 pals to work the garden. I have... No, I should put a second watering pal. I think that's usually a Zerobe that I use for water. Yeah. And a Zerobe for watering. Got 2 pals to work the power. Got 2 pals for cooling. I only need 1 cook right now. And then, oh yeah, we're good on eggs, but I might as well keep the cow and chicken out too. Oh, Queen Kupo! Hello, hello! Thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good to see ya. There we go. Cow. We definitely needed more milk than eggs, so we'll put 2 cows. And then we got my favorite chicken, Hilda von Eggs. This chicken has work speed as a total of 70% work speed increase, and she's a level 5 egg layer. So I only need 1 chicken now. She can do it. She's got enough going for everyone. I think that might be good enough. I don't think I'm behind on wool. There we go. I'll worry about breeding another time. I don't want to focus on it right now. I was doing a lot of breeding. So that should be enough to keep the farm producing. So I can keep making cakes. And I'll get a big stock of cake. And then I'll have that ready for when I get back into breeding. Because the cool thing, so all food kind of like has an expire period, this little timer on it. But cake, if you put it in the breeding farm boxes, it does not expire. So I can just put this here and it'll lock itself at 20 minutes to expiration. I'm thinking about getting potentially a mod that gets rid of food expiration. Like, it's a good mechanic. I don't have a problem with it. It's just at this point, I don't struggle with it too much. It's just, I have a refrigerator. I just dislike that the upgraded refrigerator still needs a cooling pal to sit in front of it. And I feel like it should be able to run on electricity. Okay. Head back to the old factory real quick, pick up materials, and then we're back to the new location. Poor little Quiverin back there is freaking out. It's because, the Quiverin wants to help with transporting, but the transporting's being taken care of so quickly, it doesn't need to. We can probably put the squids away. We got enough pals that can transport that we don't need the squids added on, even though they're very good at it. So they're constantly like, oh, I can transport. Wait, no, it's gone. Oh, I can transport. Oh, wait, no, it's gone. Because someone else already did it. They're so efficient. Alright, so we're gonna bring a stock of stuff. I want enough stuff to build like one of the the big cabinets real quick. That's 20 refined ingots, 50 wood, and 20 nails. Let's just bring a stock of refined, the nails, and regular ingots, why not? And wood. Bring a bunch of stuff with me. So we can build no problem. You know what? F it. We're taking a lot of stuff with us. Everything we need for building. Because it's all gonna go in that new cabinet. I don't think I use quartz for anything but circuit boards, to be honest. That's a lot of weight. Oh, I think I missed some stuff. I want there to be like a giant ocean pal that causes shipwrecks. I bet there is. Wouldn't be surprised if there's bigger leviathans. They have a leviathan. I did find one. Jormandu? I got Jorman tied. So, I mean, I'm sure there's worse versions of this. Ow. I think he's good at everything I'm bad at, but doesn't that let us kind of cover each other's bases? Kind of. Oh, big stretch. Kind of cover each other's weaknesses. Oh, hi, Pink. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. Good to see you, Pink. Good morning. Cult of the Lamb or Elden Ring? I don't know. Whatever you have more fun with doing at the moment, I guess. I haven't been able to make a cultist for your thing yet. Did you get the alligator? Did you get an alligator companion appearance yet? We're gonna put you... like so. Yeah! Look at her go! Oh, she's so fast. I should breed an Anubis. Wait, was I gonna breed an Anubis before all this came? Maybe I could do that, actually. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do breeding. Actually, no, I should breed an Anubis. And then been playing off stream, so I haven't, but I'm in Anchor Deep. Oh, nice! Yeah, because Anchor Deep is where you get it. Here, I can probably... There they are. I love these loot moons. The loot moons are fantastic builders. Well, I think they're only level 2, but they only build, so they're kind of helpful in that sense. Maybe instead of the loot moons, I should have the Mikus. Because the Mikus are level 3. There we go. But I do like the loot moon, just because they're so cute. Alright, yeah. The Mikus can get distracted, though, because they also try to transport. They don't just build. Whereas loot moons only build. So they don't get distracted by other tasks. It'd be nice if we got a better task manager for the pals. That's something this game really needs. Alright, so that was a lot of our building materials we transferred over. Let's figure out where we're gonna go from here. Yeah, it doesn't seem... It seems like the border of the base will be okay for what it is. Interesting that it's almost exactly to this mountain, so that's kind of nice. So we definitely don't want to intervene with any of the ore spawners. We'll try not to do that, but I am going to try and make some stairs here and there so everyone can get up and down relatively well. Like, gonna... Oh. Are these gonna be able to go there, or is the rock gonna be in the way? We're definitely gonna have to make some adjustments here and there to try and make this as functional as possible. We'll see. Also, I'm wondering if I should also make a lot of this out of stone or wood. I have more access to wood, but I don't know. I'm wondering if something would just look better or be more aesthetic. It's hard to say. So we could probably have access to this top area like so. And if I don't build stairs over there, then I don't have to worry about interfering with that ore, with the ore spawners. So maybe on this side it'll look best as such. I wish we had like railings, because it almost would look nice as a bit of a balcony. Eno, hi, how you doing? Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. See, we'll set up one of these toolboxes, because the toolboxes increase handiness, so they'll be able to build faster. I don't know. Hellgirl's the one who's good at building. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Now that I'm here. Gosh, it's so hard for me to start from nothing. I'm trying to think about what to do. Doing okay experimenting on Palworld mods. Oh, you've been playing too? I got a few mods installed already. I'm trying to remember what some of them are. I know one of them reduces how long it takes to bake the cake. Oh, it looks like that coal isn't completely covered. I'm going to move the PAL box. Looks like it needs to move back towards that corner more. Okay. I'm trying to think of other mods. Oh, I have a crusher mod, so that you can use the crusher to get things like coal and whatnot. Which technically would mean I don't need to make this base that does ore and coal, but I don't like always having to load up the crusher, and it requires a lot of stone to do it. So that's why I'm doing this. And then I also got a inspector mod so that it looks at pals in the wild and it'll tell me what their passive traits are. Kind of like a Ark. I believe there's also a mod in Ark that does the exact same thing. Yes. Yes, delete it. Oh great, those came back because of that. That's okay, we got Trailblazer. Trailblazer's a beast. He's so strong. Oh, right, whoops. Spicy food makes my nose run. Oh yeah. I mean, sometimes some people eat spicy food when they're kind of sick, because it helps open up their sinuses. Bought Palworld since launch and been playing it. Oh, cool. Yeah. I've been really liking the game. It's super fun. Speaking of, I was gonna play BGM to get some of that on. I also got the less building restrictions mod. Ooh. What does that do? There's more that I need to take a look at. I didn't do all... I wasn't on Nexus too long, but I'm sure there's a lot more that I could probably investigate and learn about. Mm. What's a better spot? No. Still not completely covering that coal vein. Need to move a bit more to the upper right corner after all. It's called the Amazing Spyglass mod, shows the status of dinos. Yeah! Yeah, I really like that someone did that also in Palworld, because I was using it to collect stock for my breeding pals. Made it easier for me to find pals that had the exact stuff I was looking for. Here. Use this as a guide. Up, bird. Okay, that has the coal completely covered now. And we still have all of the ore on this side covered too. Oh hey, there's an effigy right there. Cool, didn't see that. Get in there. Alright. Looks like the... Oh, there's another one. Jeez, there's a lot of them right here. Looks like the edge of the base hits right at the end of the cliff. Okay. Good, good, good. All it does is allows you to place down foundations almost anywhere. Oh, good. I'll have to look through more of them, because I definitely didn't get all of them. I also was going to start investigating how to port models into the game and stuff like that. Like, I want to mod it myself, because I want to either mod the player character to be me and my 3D model, or I want to replace one of the pals with me. We'll see which one I end up doing, but I would very much... I want to learn how to do that. Whether or not I do, who knows? But I want to learn. I want to be a pal. And if I do, I... You can't build there. Oh, come on. Hey. Alright, I'll try to remember where I put this, so I don't forget. I'll make like a little thing. But if I do figure out how to do it, I will definitely share the mod with some folks. I don't know if I don't think I would put up on Nexus or anything, but it'd probably be available to like Discord folks or maybe subs. I don't know. if you subscribe to the channel, you get a Pinky Palworld mod. But we'll see. Thank you for the water, Helga. I'm gonna put this here as like a little bit of a guide to remind me. It's already getting dark. Just trying to... I'll delete more of these foundations once I'm satisfied with the location of my, my box. You know how to utilize Blender? Not really, but I could definitely, like, if I follow a tutorial to help me guide me through, like, doing that stuff, then probably. I have Blender. I've touched Blender. And I looked at it. I'm not very, myself, I don't think I'm very software I'm not very knowledgeable with software. But I am relatively good at dealing with mods, I would say. I'd say that when it comes to modding, I'm very confident and comfortable with stuff like that. I'm not too bad at file editing and, well, keeping track of edits I make to files and how to revert things back to their original state before I did something wrong, because definitely when I was messing around with this game and trying to do mods, I effed up somewhere and my game was just crashing over and over. I do have the full ability to investigate crash sources and fix it. I think that just comes from troubleshooting experience, though. I'm a pretty confident troubleshooter, at least. Alright, I think that'll be a good range. Let's, sleep? Let's sleep, and then get back to building. Do you know that there's been a proven no model theft happen? My only gripe with Palworld is the tonal dissonance with the art style, like the characters in the pals. Yes, I totally agree with you. Originally, I believe they were making this game in Unity. And I forgot why, but they, somewhere in development, transferred over to Unreal Engine. Either because the combat worked better with Unreal Engine, or I'm not sure what year, I forgot, when Unity did its whole thing about like trying to tell game developers that they had to give royalties to Unity for game sales. So who knows? Maybe that was behind part of their decision to transfer to Unreal. But yeah, the art definitely does look a little weird. The world's kind of realistic, and that was not their original vision. Something made them change from Unity to Unreal. However, the more I've played it, the more you kind of just get used to it, because the world's not ugly. It's just tonally dissonant, like you said. And it's one of those things you just become desensitized to, I suppose. It's kind of like Pokemon Legends Arceus. I would say that is the same thing. Legends Arceus has a mass difference between the Pokemon models and the world, except Legends Arceus is ugly, and this game is beautiful. So I kind of think about it like that. Oh, another mod I like is the bases that expand the size. Yeah, I might do that, especially for this base. I haven't installed it yet, but the more I think about it, the more I think I'm gonna do it. Oh, Peaky, there's a community around Palworld modding. I think the problem is that I'm not good at finding resources, because every time I try to look up how to mod a game, I always find things about like people saying like, here's how you install mods. And I never find resources for like, no, how do you make mods? And I want to learn how to make mods. So if you guys find like really good tutorials or resources that teach people how to mod or how to model swap things, feel free to drop them in the Discord or DM them to me, because that's my weakness. I'm bad at finding resources. When you're placing stuff down in the blue box, does it mean you can't build with stuff in that blue box? Yeah, because the blue box is the teleporter. So when you take a pal out from the box and you put it in the world, that's where they spawn. So it's just making sure their spawn zone is clear. Also, that's a very big sheep. Yeah, Palworld did no model stealing. They did no AI. They didn't do any of the stuff that people accuse them of. It just like, the game kind of exploded with popularity, so it exposed it to scrutiny. And people kept calling it Pokemon with guns, even though it's not. This is not Pokemon with guns. Digimon is Pokemon with... But no, this game is Arc with Digimon, I would say, actually. This is Arc with Digimon. So people just kind of like got really weird, and Pokemon fans, I say this as a Pokemon fan, Pokemon fans are strangely rabid about Pokemon. Kind of like the way that people will, like when the whole thing came out about Scarlet and Violet running like absolute garbage, it looked bad, it ran bad, even though the gameplay was really fun, it was a disaster of a game in that sense. Like, the game's held together with duct tape and a dream. And people defended it to death about like, oh, well, no, it's the Switch's fault. The Switch isn't strong enough, you know? Game Freak worked with what they had because the Switch is a weak console. And yeah, the Switch is a weak console, but it's not that weak. We've played Xenoblade Chronicles and Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Odyssey. It's bullshit. That's what it is. So people get strangely defensive with Pokemon because, you know, it's an old series. It's an old, well-loved series. And I love it too. I've been a Pokemon fan my entire life. I've played almost every game except Sword and Shield. So I get it. I get where the love comes from. And people, I've also kind of noticed, they have a lot of personal stock and value in the things they purchase because there seems to be a heavy attachment people have between the things they buy and their personal self. Like, how would I describe it? People will oftentimes define themselves by either the media they consume or the things they purchase. It's heavily attached to their personality and their identity. And Pokemon, loving Pokemon and being a Pokemon player, tends to be very heavily attached to a person's identity. So, when someone criticizes Pokemon, some people can interpret that as an attack or a criticism of their person, if that makes sense. Even though that's not the intent. I'm not criticizing people who play Pokemon. I'm criticizing the choices and actions of Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. But I think people, because they identify being a Pokemon trainer and lover so intensely, they think that when people say this game is better than Pokemon, if they do say that they are somehow a worse person because they're not playing the quote-unquote better game. You know? At least that's my belief in the way people can sometimes act. So people really, really love Pokemon, and that can sometimes cause poor behavior, I guess. And that goes with any media. That's not exclusive to Pokemon by any means. People can be rabidly, furiously defensive of any media they enjoy, because they identify it too strongly with their sense of self. Breezy, hi, welcome in. How do you do? Hope you're doing well. I'm trying to build a base. I heard about this location that had a bunch of coal and ore, and I'm trying to make a spot here. Right now I'm obsessing about location. Trying to make sure that my location looks good. I want to build my little wooden foundation to be good. I think I might take off from the right side and add back onto the left. I think that'll make it look better. But the PAL box spot is perfect. Virgil. Hello, hello. Anyway, I think I might have missed some stuff. Let me double check everything. I modder imported a Protogen player model. Ooh, that sounds cool. Indie devs working with what they got, I guess. Yeah, that too. Actually, they brought on some senior staff, and they recommended staff change the Unreal Engine for more stability. I wouldn't be surprised, because the staff did start very small with like some very developers that haven't really worked on a game to the scale. Like, they've worked on games, but maybe not to this ambition. And I'm not surprised that some senior members might have recommended Unreal, because I believe Unreal functions better with combat and gun play, stuff like that, like shooters. It works better for shooters. And this game, it runs really good for shooter. I'm not a shooter by any means, but this game feels good to shoot. It feels good to run and slide and shoot and reload. Kind of sad because Scarlet Violet is fun to play with a good story. Could have been like a definitive Pokemon experience if only they left it in the oven longer. Exactly. Pokemon has like that Marvel thing where they're trying to pump out a type of media every single year. And because of that, I'm assuming they have an extremely strict and rigid development cycle. And obviously they always want to hit that holiday sale, because Scarlet and Violet, from my understanding, came out in November-ish. And it's always a red flag when a game comes out in November, because that means they're likely publishing the game before it's ready because they want those Christmas sales. Plus miscommunication, people taking things at a surface level. Yep, that's just Twitter, though. Like, I like Pokemon, I want them to do better because I love Pokemon. Exactly. Me too. They can do better. I know they can. They just don't. When Twitter posts cropped up, people just look at it face value and end up spreading hate. Yeah, especially because they'll see one post about like this one dude on Twitter was like, they ripped Pokemon models, and then he showed pictures and stuff like his proof. No, turns out those pictures of proof he talked about were in fact edited. He intentionally edited and changed the wireframes to match up with Pokemon models to make it look like they were ripped models. He later admitted to making this change and to it not being real, but didn't apologize for it because he said he hated Palworld. So, you know, things like that. And that's just like one thing. There's a lot. It goes a lot deeper. Like, I had to build a case against the Twitter allegations. I know, me too! To defend for playing Palworld. Like, I remember it was in someone else's stream where I was like, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Palworld. And someone just said, isn't that the Pokemon ripoff that used AI? And I'm just like... No. No, it's not. And, you know, the argument gets so messy that you can't even, like, defend it easily because people aren't going to read your fucking wall of text. They want to read a single Twitter post and get mad. They don't want to read a thread about debunking these things. So, I just gave up. If someone tells me Palworld's bad because they stole from Pokemon or they used AI, all I can say now is don't believe everything you read on Twitter. Do your own research. It's just exhausting. Okay, so actually maybe we'll just leave it this big, 'cause... Yeah, because then it's gonna end up uneven no matter which way. So we'll put foundations on both sides, like so. So yeah, I don't waste my breath over trying to defend why I play this game anymore, because the kind of people who kind of like believed that stuff, they're not going to listen to you. A lot of people jump on hate trains because it's fun and trendy. And then they kind of forget about it, you know, they forget about it. It passes, it goes, and then they're not going to pay it any mind ever again. Alright, I like the foundation. Let's build up ways for pals to get up here. easily put 2 stairs there. This one gets blocked off, so I don't know if we're gonna do stairs here. Okay. If I did, would I be able to continue them down? Because double staircases only work if you have a support underneath the staircase. But I won't be able to do that, so I don't think we will. We'll just leave 2 steps on this side. And where else can we have enough room for stairs? Have stairs room here and here. Especially if we get rid of this tree. I think only check your DMs. Oh, is it mod stuff related? How to mod. Okay, yeah. Awesome. Thank you for these resources. I really appreciate that, you know? I'll be sure to check them out, of course, because I really do want to learn how to mod a little bit. Thank you. E. I always hated the fact that Palworld glorified animal abuse. Oh, he hated, yeah. And it's like, my brother in Christ, have you not played Pokemon? Have you not played Minecraft? Have you not played, God, literally any game? You know how bad I feel when I run around? It's like as if I don't feel bad when I, like, needlessly kill little baby pals. Like, I don't actually really fight a lot of pals. A lot of the little passive guys that kind of run away, I leave them alone. I'm not killing those things. They're cute. I'm not, like, a bloodthirsty murderer in this game. And even then, yeah, it's just, like, this weird moral high ground people try to take. Oh, that looks kind of weird. Because we play video games have a lot of violence. They have a lot of violence. They have a lot of everything. Not all games, of course, but a lot of them do. And it's kind of weird when people will try to act moral and high about playing certain games over certain games. And then might have a little bit of hypocrisy in there. Because, you know, everyone's a little hypocritical. It's impossible not to be. Because, like, people bring up the human slavery bit, and I'm like, well, you don't have to do the human slavery. And I have merchants in my box. I have PAL merchants that I use. I, like, take them out, I buy and sell from them, and I put them away. Is that much different than a Minecraft villager? Really? I've seen people's Minecraft villager jails. Don't pretend like what I'm doing is different. And then Sims, too, of course. Everyone's been a monster at least once in Sims. They didn't say anything when Temtem made his debut. Exactly! And I've mentioned that too. I love Temtem, by the way. I have played it. I do like it. I think it's a really fun game. I do want to stream it one day. And yeah, Temtem didn't get nearly the pushback. Even though that game is directly inspired from Pokemon, vocally so, by the team, because they love Pokemon. They're Pokemon lovers. So they're like, oh, we also want to make a creature-catching game. Let's do it. And it shares a lot of the things, like you have routes with specific grass patches that you encounter Tems in. You catch them in cards. You battle in turn-based combat. All those things. The breeding mechanics are exactly the same, where the female is the one that the species child mimics. They have IVs and EVs. All of it. But it's still a good game. And it still has, like, its own spirit. It's still very creative. And it's its own product. It's for Pokemon lovers, really. Not to rip off Pokemon. And I think people just didn't get as crazy about Temtem because it didn't explode. Temtem exploded in sales. It was in all the articles. Therefore, when it's in all the articles, that's where the engagement is. So people jump on the engagement train, and then hate sells the most engagement, and then that's where you get your cycle. Temtem didn't explode. Temtem had a very quiet 1.0 release, and therefore didn't get nearly the amount of negative attention that it would have if it was hitting all those headlines. Everyone would have called it a Pokemon clone. Even though it's Pokemon inspired, but I would never call it a clone. Because calling it a clone gives this belief that it's not its own, it doesn't stand on its own merit, as if it's not good on its own. Gosh, I'm so into talking, I'm not even building. Okay, so we have a set foundation. We have a set foundation. We're gonna have to figure out primarily where we're gonna have the pals sleep. We need a pal sleeping area. So we're gonna have to build somewhere that's not coal and not iron, which looks to be over on this side of the location. Let me cut down some trees so they're not bothering my vision. Stuck 3-minute ads? Oh, I'm sorry. What happened? I don't know how much you missed. I was talking about how Temtem is a lot more like Pokemon than this game, but it didn't get hate because it didn't explode in popularity. It had a very soft, quiet 1.0 release. Bring up the thing that Pokemon borrowed designs from Dragon Warrior. They sure did. They borrowed designs, because that's just the thing. A lot of things have inspiration from other things. That's just the way things go. And a lot of what's important is if you put your own spin on it. Do you have your own unique take? How did you transform the inspiring media into your own language, into your own medium, into your own art? You know? That's important. How much did you transform it to become its own thing? Oh wait, I needed a repair bench. My bad. And I think both Temtem and Palworld were very transformative. Obviously, this game's very transformative. Because some of the pals definitely look like some Pokemon. Like, big one would be Cremis. Cremis looks a lot like Eevee. This is a lot like Eevee. It's Eevee with wool, mostly. But, you know, it's like, congratulations. The Fennec Fox Pokemon and the Fennec Fox Pal Pokemon look alike. They're both Fennec Foxes. Eevee just looks like a Fennec Fox. Cremis looks like a Fennec Fox. So they look the same. It's a shiny Eevee joking. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like this thing too. Congratulations. Your Fennec Fox Pokemon looks like a Fennec Fox. Your Fennec Fox pal looks like a Fennec Fox. Same thing. And yet, some of the designs are still really creative. Oh, also this one. Everyone's like, oh, this is just what is it? Lycanroc? Yeah, it's like, okay, Lycanroc looks like a wolf. It's a very basic wolf design. This, very basic wolf design. Of course they look alike. They're both wolves. Depresso and Esper? Yeah, people mix these two together too. Even though, like, sure, it looks like Esper, but it's not Esper. It looks similar, for sure, but they're not rips. And that's the big thing I go on from. It's not a rip. There is a difference. And yet some Pokemon are extremely, uh, creative and unique, and then some pals are extremely creative and unique, and some Tems are extremely creative and unique. And people get so hung up on comparisons that they forget how to focus on something and how it stands on its own. Like Incineram? I think Incineram is sick. This is like a Capra demon type thing. It's a goat demon. I love this thing. I think he's really, really cool. And I liked his Noct variant. The Noct variant is really pretty. I love these horn designs. Arsox. Arsox is really cool. I love the horn pattern. I like the arch around and then the curve down here. I like the bushy fire tail. I think Fire Goat is just a really cool concept, and I think Arsox is a very good, unique design. Dumund has a slowpoke face, but honestly, that's just a cute face. And everything else about Dumund is really, really cute. You know why? You know why Dumund is cooler and unique and why it's not a slowpoke? Have you seen this thing move? Have you ever seen a Dumund move? They have very specialized animations, which It's something Pokemon kind of fell behind on because there's so many Pokemon, right? So it's a lot to animate. Wait, I think Dumund is... Oh. I think they're at my old base. Pals have incredibly cool animations. So this is the Dumund, right? Let's let him load in so his animations turn on. Yeah, because I gotta load in, so everything's like, oh god, where is everything? There's Dumund, right? It's kind of sitting here because it wants to transport. I'm gonna pick this baby up. We're gonna move him. I'm gonna throw him over here. Watch this thing move. Never mind, it's going to sleep. Wait, there it goes. Wait. You gonna go? There it goes. Whoop, whoop. It's carrying a little rock on its head because it transports materials. They also mine. And he just kind of like headbutts really, really hard. But when they run, they do this stupid little like jumping animation. And it's so cute. Look at this thing go. Look at it go. That's so cute. I love its little flop. Everything has like really cool animations when they do stuff. And they're really cute and they have like little faces. Like Quiverin has the cutest face ever. And this is a very creative pal. This pal is super, super cute. It doesn't look like a Pokemon at all. I think Penking is really cool too. It's kind of Dee in a way, but I like its little fluffy foxtail. I like the I like Dig Toys because it's got like the Bowser shell, but I really like its head. I like the head design, and when you get close, they all have like unique textures and stuff too. Cognito is another pal that I really, really like because it's a Plague Doctor Roadrunner. These little guys, when they run around, it is the cutest thing you'll ever see in your life. Here, let me grab Cognito. Its eyes also glow at night, which is really cool. But look at this guy run. Look at him do a little walk. Look at his little walk. He does this cute little walk run, and he runs like a little road runner. It's adorable. And he like stomps his little feet. He does a little feet stomp. Isn't that great? That's like, there's personality in that, you know? It's really cute. And they have like this special thing they do when they fight and attack, where they have this telepeck thing they do. Let's see if I can get him to do it. So if I initiate his attack, telepeck, I think I have to be in combat though. Hold on. No target? Yeah, because I'm not in combat. Sorry, kitty. I'm sorry. Do your telepeck, please. Can I see it? No, because, see, it's too weak. If I was fighting something strong, I would be able to get the telepeck to work. But they have like this really cool like teleporting thing they do where they just zap in front of the enemy and just attack in like a little purple burst. And then you got Menacing. Menacing's really cool. I love this thing. It's like, I don't know, it's like this metal scorpion of death with like a blade on his tail. That's sick as fuck. It's so cool. So anyway, I'm not gonna gush too long about it, but a lot of pals are really, really neat. I think for their original group of pals they released, they're really, really good. There's only a couple that I don't like. Compared to Gen 1 Pokemon, where, controversial opinion, I don't like a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon. The only demon Pokemon has is Houndoom. Yeah, people try to call that thing Houndoom. And I'm like, you're reaching, buddy. It's not Houndoom. The worst part, since it was proven false, all the hate did was hurt the AI versus artist argument. Yeah, that too. Yeah, the AI stuff was fake too. They didn't use AI. Their allegation for that was a tweet that the creator made back in like 2016 or some bull crap. Oh goodness. Flo! Hello, hello, welcome in. How's everyone doing? Thank you so much for the raid, Flo CT. Good to see ya. I've been going off on a huge rant. I apologize. Raid with the Flo. Ooh, how nice. Welcome in, everyone. Apologies, my voice is a little rough. I'm just getting over a sickness, so I'm a little gunky, little sicky. But yeah. Be crypt with salt. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for the follow. And thank you for getting that shout out. Oh, you're also playing Palworld. Cool, cool. Yeah, I apologize for the voice. I'm a little sick, but for anyone's new here, my name is Pinky. I'm a Dragon VTuber, and I like to play games like RPGs and simulations. So Palworld is obviously my new favorite thing, but I also been playing a lot of Elden Ring, and I like to play The Sims, stuff like that. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Don't be afraid to go off and do your post-stream cooldown, get all your stretchies, your drinkies, and maybe even your sleepies. All that good post-stream cooldown stuff. He was replying to a BuzzFeed article. Yeah, that was what it was. It was like a really, really old post from BuzzFeed. I'm talking about the AI debate thing that people got into about this game. Yeah, he was replying to a BuzzFeed article of someone who trained an AI to try and recognize Pokemon from AI and stuff like that, or to generate AI Pokemon, and he just commented on it, and he's like, this is an interesting technology, I wonder where it can go. And that was like 2016, and they're like, see, he used AI, he likes AI, I bet he used AI to make pals, and like that was it. People just get weird. But anyway, my what I'm working on making a new base. I found this, or I heard about this location with coal and ore, so I wanted to kind of set up a little mining operation up here. I just got my PAL box down and a little bit of a foundation set up so I can get working. Right, I was cutting down trees because I think I'm going to put the PAL sleeping area on this side. Call me CT? Okay, okay. Been playing Palworld recently as well. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I really like Palworld. I've been having a lot of fun. I just hit level 50 yesterday, and I still have so many technology points I want to unlock. There's a lot of the map I still haven't seen. I don't even have all the pals yet. I've been taking it very slow. I tend to like to take the game slow, enjoy the scenery, you know, all that good stuff. Probably go to bed soon since it's late here. Oh, I see. Are you in European time or something like that? I understand. Yeah, of course. Thank you for the raid, and no pressure to stick around if you need to get your sleep in. I totally understand. It's yeah, it's like 2 in the afternoon for me. Anyway, so Pinky, in case you missed, check your DMs. Oh, yeah, I saw. Oh, maybe me replying was when you were in the ad. I'm so sorry. Yes, I said thank you very much for sending me those resources. I really appreciate it. I'll be sure to check them out as soon as I can, but thank you for sending me resources. I have no promises if I'll be able to figure out how to make a mod, but I would very much like to try and learn how to do at least model swapping in games, because Valheim can also do model swapping, and I want to be able to put my model into Valheim, which I haven't played yet, but it's kind of on the list. I have Valheim, I just haven't played it yet, and I want to. And if I play Valheim, I want to play myself. 3 a.m.? Oh, Asian time. Oh, goodness. It is so late. I am so sorry. Yes, be sure to get your much-needed sleep. But yes, thank you very much for the raid, and I hope you have a good night. Let's see. Maybe I'll do kind of like a stone tower over here. Wonder how far I can get out with the foundations. We'll see. We'll see what I can get away with, but we're gonna try and put the PAL sleep area on this side. Let's see, maybe... Oh, high. Do I want it higher than that? I kind of like it when the foundations are slightly sunk into the ground, but I don't know how much I want it to be sunk in, you know? Because it kind of gives it like this bit of this overgrown look. Maybe I'll raise it up a bit from there. I can go a little higher. Slightly overgrown does look kind of nice. When it's stone like this, I don't really mind the grass peeking up. I think it looks kind of like just grass growing out from in between the cracks of cement and stuff like that. That's what it reminds me of. Valheim is Unity, and this one is Palworld Unreal. Oh, they made Valheim in Unity? Ooh, you know, I can put my model in Unity too, because I know my model artist Bubblegum Bark. They used Unity to do some of my model. They didn't just make it in Blender. I believe I have a Unity and a Blender file. Ugh. I believe they do their not their brushing, but I know they do like the texturing in Unity. I think I am textured with Unity. That's why I have like this gummy appearance. That's why I look like squishy. It's Bubblegum Bark's unique, what would you call it? Unique style. Let me put that down. Bark? There it is. That's my artist's link tree. Highly recommend checking out their stuff, especially if you're interested in 3D models. Try to figure out Unreal modding. Yeah, I'd like to try. I mod games. I install mods a lot on a lot of games. So I almost wonder if I learned how to make mods, that'd be kind of nice. Instead of always hoping and relying on other people to, like, oh, I hope someone made the exact mod I want, you know? Oh, looks like that one won't work. I think I see what you're talking about, Eno, with the mod that makes you be able to place foundations in more spots. And we can have a bit of a shape like this, though. That could be fun. I can't put one over here, though. Maybe something like this. We can set up the PAL hotel on that side, so it's not going to interfere with all the ore mining. I don't know if I like that one little fern sticking out, though. It's very obvious compared to the rest of the vegetation that would be poking out. I don't know. Maybe I'll raise it higher after all. It does look a little weird. Yeah, so I guess we'll do a little bit of a raised foundation after all. That one little fern just looked out of place because there wasn't anything really complementing it. You look like ice cream? Aw, thank you. Yeah, I like it. Some people say my hair looks like ice cream, some people say it looks like toothpaste. I like the ice cream analogy a bit better. Yeah, I like the cute gummy appearance. All of Bubblegum Bark's models kind of look squishy and gummy like that. Oh. Bit rough trying to get this all to work here. I wonder if that'll be okay. Might work. Oh, it's like off center in a way. Maybe because I twisted it or something. I must have twisted stone, because that's kind of a bit of a bummer. That won't work now. Let's see. So, see how many fluffy beds we'll be able to jam in here. I want to have enough space that they'll actually be able to sleep in here, but it's gonna be hard. And multiple level homes tend to act funny with PAL AI. If I twisted the angle, though, we might be able to get more surface area. Maybe my angle is just off. I could try that again. This is gonna be a lot of trial and error. I do apologize in advance. That's what happens when you have to place items and stuff down in this fashion, as opposed to, like, say, like a bird's eye view editor, if that makes sense. So if that's the angle we were working with, let's... I don't want it to snap, but I want to use it as a reference for how much I have to spin. Is that enough of a spin? That does add a little bit more surface area to us. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much bigger. Woo! Look at that. Look how much area we gained from just twisting it a slight bit. What if I take these out and then put like little stairs as an entrance? That might look cute. This will be good. What are we building? I'm building a new base. I don't know how much you might have missed it, Pink, but I heard about this location that has both coal and iron ore veins, and you need both of these to make steel. So, because I've had an iron mine before, but they didn't have coal, and now I need to make steel for a lot of stuff, so I have, this little spot will have ore, or iron, ore that my pals can mine, and the coal. So I'm setting up a base here that my pals are going to be working at to mine materials. And I'm trying to figure out where they're going to sleep. Oh, that's not going to work there though, huh? Okay. Well, at least we got the inside there, like so. Oh, excuse me. Like I said, I'm still a little sick, so apologies if I sound a little gross. I'm trying not to. I think my voice is getting a little tired. This is the most I've spoken in over a week. I don't like how that little foundation's floating. Maybe we can put an object in front of there to hide it, or I might just destroy it. We'll see what we do. Or I could just ignore it. That's always an option. Pals are gonna have such a beautiful little window to that to the mountain from here. Isn't that gorgeous? That's really, really nice. I almost want to make like a little viewing balcony just for decoration. They'll have windows though, which is kind of cute. I'm gonna give them windows back here. Let's see. We're put windows along that back wall here, like so. Stone. Some of these corners. Maybe put a window on there. We'll see. Now we'll have this side windowed. Flat. How does the music sound, by the way? I'm playing a little bit of BGM, so I hope you can hear it. Alright, the little stone house over there will fit okay. And definitely, maybe I will get the bigger base mod, so I can cover the entirety in this mountain. That'd be nice. Yeah, I think my little platform doesn't look too bad. The platform... little diamond shape. The diamond shape's kind of cute, though. We can go with that. I wish we had railings. This would look really nice with railing. But I think the pal house like this might work. I don't know if they're gonna have pathing issues or not, which is the problem. So we'll see. Get some beds put down very fast so that I can kind of experiment with the routing. I'm a little worried that this might be too cramped for big pals to be able to route in here. That's always a possibility. And I care about both accessibility and aesthetic. Functionality and function and fashion. There we go. I care about function and fashion. Let me get some building pals popped down so they can help out. Alright, didn't I comment that I was going to try and breed a Nubis? Maybe after I figure out the pal barn we'll get there. Because the pal barn doesn't have, like, really difficult to build stuff. Maybe I could have swapped the big beds back in that little corner, actually. Let's do that instead. Oh, someone's hungry? Okay, done. Right, because I don't have a feed box down. I have food in my... I have food, so... That was loony. I should just build the feed box real quick. We can just build a feed box really fast. Set it temporarily, like right here or something. And I'm gonna have to make a pit stop to the farm to pick up food, I think, too. I hear it? Sounds good? Okay, nice. I thought a little bit of a casual tavern music would be good. There's someone I was watching that was playing this playlist, and I'm like, oh dang, that's actually a fantastic idea. They linked what playlist they were playing, so I'm like, oh heck yeah, fantastic. Copyright free tavern music that sounds actually really nice. Love it. So actually, maybe I'll put it down too. Oh, there you go. There's 3 volumes. Volume 1, 2, and 3. We're listening to 3 right now, but all 3 of them are good. And they're each 3 hours long, so if you put them together on a playlist, you get something that kind of loops, but eventually it'll go into a different one. So I have all 3 in a playlist, and I have the playlist set to loop. Like this playlist with this game? Exactly! That's what I thought was good. I thought it was very fitting. Can't lay down too much or it'll start to destroy the old ones I put down. Alright, I'm gonna let them build those beds. I'm gonna head to the farm real quick. Copyright free? Yes, indeed. Oh my gosh. Every time I leave the farm for a period of time, pals get stuck. That's definitely one thing they really need to fix about this game. And then some pals seem to really struggle to transport a lot of my milk and eggs. Yeah, they're all stuck. They do this. Anytime I'm gone too long, this will happen. Their AIs get caught on trying to transport something and then they don't move. So I do have to come back to the farm and visit sometimes. I do plan to rebuild the farm. The farm is highly efficient, but I want it to look nicer and I want it to not get stuck sometimes. But yeah, my good old farmers back here, they do very, very good. Sorry, I missed part of your stream. Fully awake now. Oh, you're okay, Pink. I understand. It was really hard for me to get up early, too. That's why I did start stream pretty late, because I was so tired. But it's okay. I don't think I'm going to stream as my usual, like, 4 to 5 hours, because my throat is already getting kind of tired. It's a little rough. So I'm not going to push myself too hard today. It's my first stream back in, like, a week or something like that of being sick. So I have to make sure I take it easy and don't hurt my throat, otherwise that'll just set me back instead of retraining myself to be able to speak for long periods of time again. Otherwise your multi-work pals will start attacking trees far away. Yeah, the trees is kind of no trees around. That's probably a good idea too if you pair it with that, because yeah, I do kind of plan to have the mining base also do a little bit of logging though. So I don't mind, because the miners are obviously going to prioritize the ore veins, but when they're not oring, because the ores kind of like take time to respawn, I guess they'll have the trees to knock at instead in the meantime. So I might do that. We'll keep that Raindrix with me for motivational leader. Put the Trailblazer up there. I got these 2 eggs. I forgot what I was breeding. What are these? Are these Hangyu Christ? I think that's what I was breeding. Yes, they are. Oh, that one has great traits. Not as good. We'll get back to that though. I wanted to breed an Anubis, right? Let's see, what do I got for Anubis that I need? Ideally, I want a fighting Anubis and a working Anubis. So I'm gonna want parents that know at least Artisan for the worker. I want Artisan and Serious. Let's see what I got here. Some of these I don't really have that are perfectly great. Oh, Loot Moon's one of them. Loot Moon's good, but I think I put all of them away. Oh, this one has Artisan. This is Barbara. What about, do I have a good male Grisbolt to breed you with? Mr. Grizz? He's a fighter, though, so it might get... That's not really helpful. A bummer. Loot Moon would have been perfect. Who else do I have that might have Artisan? I'm trying to think. Because, yeah, I want Anubis, but I'm still missing some of these, pals. Oh, wait, hey. Oh, that could work. I have a Helzephyr male with Swift, and I have a female Loot Moon with Artisan. A Swift Artisan is a really good combo. We'll do that. And then afterward, I'll breed the Swift Artisan Anubis with someone that has preferably Serious trait. The Serious trait decreases how much their sanity lowers. Mr. Grizz, nice. Yeah, I named him Mr. Grizz. I know he's not really a bear, but I just looked at him and that's the thought I had that popped into my head. Glad you're back. Take care of yourself. Yeah. It's been a recovery period. I have to get back to drawing now too, now that my head's finally clear. I think because I was debating on Palworld or an art stream today, and I went with Palworld because I'm like, you know what? I'll just play Palworld, and when Seymour gets home, I usually get off my computer after a stream anyway to stretch out. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just do that, and when Seymour gets home and I stop playing, I'll get off my computer and I'll take my drawing tablet with me to the couch. Chunky Pinky, I sure am. The copyright was an issue. I'd play Xenoblade's Chronicle music. I haven't really heard a lot of the Xenoblade music, but I believe it would be pretty good. I've been chill drawing, yeah. I like to draw sometimes too. I do art plenty of times. I am an artist as well, but my comms are closed at the moment, but I'll still link it anyway. I have my Ko-fi page right there with I think my commission info is still visible, but that's where my gallery and stuff is at. I do PNG tubers and reference sheets mostly. But yeah, I got a work in progress reference sheet right now for Shady, Mr. Shady. And it's just been a very long process because his character is a Drider, which is kind of like a centaur, but a spider. So I had to learn how to draw spiders, and there's a lot of legs, you know? It's a lot of legs. So I've been desperately practicing how to draw that. I got the hardest part out of the way, which is fantastic. I have his front shot and his back shot done. All that's left now is the portrait. So the portrait will be easy. So once I get on that, it should be a lot more streamlined. I'm gonna place down another fire pal here to work. Put you down so you can work at night. Oh, beyond that, I think the farm will be okay. I grabbed a bunch of pizza. And the pizza should be perfect for the pals I'm going to be feeding for all of this. Can't wait for you to open again? Yeah. After I finish the reference sheet for Shady, so I have 2 slots open at all times. I take 2 slots at a time. So he got both slots with the ref sheet and the PNG tuber, but after I finish his reference sheet and I start working on his PNG tuber, the second slot will open, and I'll announce probably on Discord that the commission is open again, and then it's just first come, first serve. Okay, I'll take these back because this is my food. Their pizza will be perfect. This increases work speed and lets them stay full for longer. Alright, they don't sleep, so they're not going to route to the beds, but it looks like the Lunaris did. I like how Lunaris sleeps. It's so cute. I've seen some people model swap Lunaris with Miku. I'm not sure. If I was to model swap a pal with me, I wonder what pal I should do. At first I thought about, like, Lavander, but I'm not sure yet. Because I would preferably pick a pal that, like, my character would make sense as. So it'd have to be a bipedal pal, kind of like Loot Moon, but I don't know. Not sure yet. Have you seen Depresso in a hot tub? I think I have. I don't usually use Depresso, but I bet you it's really cute. I recently repaired a drawing tablet I found in a recycling center. Ooh, that's awesome. Heck yeah. Drawing tablets are pretty expensive and difficult to come by for a decent price, so I hope the tablet works out well for you. I hope these will be about, like, distanced enough for the pals to use them properly. We'll see. But Scratch Up, I think, heavily used, but it still works fine. That's good. Anytime now someone's going to make a mod that swaps one of the pals with CJ from GTA and Travis. Oh no. Most of the tablet I found don't come with a pen. This one has a pen. Ooh, that's great. Yeah, the pen is always the hard part, especially because, you know, a lot of tablets are really weird with their drivers and what works with what. Software management with tablets is a bit of a nightmare. Oh, oh, Hellgirl's right. Depresso in a hot tub is him laying face down, right? I think I do recall saying that. I remember laughing and saying that he looked like a drowned child. Oh. Oh. I'm so sleepy. I didn't get enough sleep. Oh, did I ever get the, did I rebuild the... Yes, I did. The toolbox. So they do handiness faster. Alright, good. That's, oh wow, that's already 19 beds. I only need 20. Well, it should be spacious enough for them to route no problem. I think. I hope. If they don't, I can always move this second row a little bit further away. But hopefully they'll route to all these okay. It's the big palace that I'm worried about. We'll have to see. I'll have to wait until nighttime again. I'll drop down some really, really big boys, and we'll see if they can get in. Like the digger toys. I'm going to be using a lot of digger toys for this mining spot. But, okay, so the spacing is great. Definitely spacious enough for the palace to be able to sleep. No problem. Oh, let's get a little bit of a roofing, I guess? Not sure. Not sure how I'm going to do this quite yet. I'll kind of play with it. I don't really like stacking stone on top of each other because the textures overlap with each other and it does that flickering pattern. Wondering if that's going to bother me enough. I could make the roof out of wood. Give a little bit of multimedia in here, if that makes sense. Wonder if that'd look good. Multi-texturing. I tend to like a lot of houses that have like brick, stony bases, and then like a bit of wood as well. But I'm wondering if this will look okay. The problem is, if I do... Well, let's see. Oh, right, the beds are going to be in the way. Well, we can just rebuild the beds. We at least know that this is going to work. And that was my biggest concern. We can rebuild as needed. Wait, I shouldn't do this like this, because if I do it in this way, that means the roof is going to end up short, and we can't. We can't have a low ceiling. So hold on. See what I can do. My brain's trying to work, because I just remembered that this has to be too high. Otherwise, the big pals are too tall. Oh, forgot about that. Apologies, I had to mute myself for a little bit. I had to blow my nose. Goodness. So gunky. If you look in the hot tub, he's actually smiling. Oh, that's cute. I like how they name for almost any bug in software. Like if the texture flicker is called a Z fighting. Oh, because the Z-axis is fighting with itself, maybe? Where one texture renders first and the other renders second. You do this with every half a frame. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks for the pets. Yeah, sorry. Maybe I should also turn my model off when I do that. It probably just looks like me fidgeting around a whole lot. Okay. Oh, goodness. Hello. Okay, let's see. So if I do a bit of that, let's also put some windows in some of these too. I do every other? I do every other for the second window. No, it doesn't, because it's uneven. Maybe the middle two can have windows and the sides don't. What? Oh, random fact go. Okay, random fact. Oh, goodness. Oh. Unfortunately, the first animal that popped into my mind is the jackal. Because I was looking at a picture of Anubis. Well, I'm trying to think, what do I know about jackals? Jackals are Australian, or feral Australian dogs, right? Let's see. Medium-sized canid native to Africa and Eurasia. Oh, so they're not the Australian ones. Those are dingoes? So yeah, jackal, of course they're in Africa as well, because the Egyptian god Anubis is inspired by the jackal. What? What? Don't laugh at me. I said if I can't think of something, I'll just Google and learn a little bit with you guys. So the Egyptian god Anubis, which is what the pal Anubis is based off from. There's a pal named Anubis. Where are you? There's a pal named Anubis. And obviously they have a lot of like Egyptian theming going on here because the god Anubis was inspired by the animal, the jackal, because it's called the jackal-headed god. So it's a small carnivore native to Africa and parts of Eurasia. And it's just like this cute little, it's not really a fox. I think it's technically considered part of the canine family because foxes are not as close related to dogs as you think. So yeah, they're in the canid family. I think foxes are in Canidae, but they're not in the subfamily of this, are they? But yeah, so it is a canine. And yeah, it's a feral animal. They're very small. Very cute. They seem to function like most wild dogs. They hunt in packs. They scent mark and territory mark. They live in social units, usually comprising of a monogamous pair and their children. Looks like there's a few subspecies too. They're very cute. Like foxes and coyotes, jackals are often depicted as clever sorcerers in the myths and legends in their regions. They are mentioned roughly 14 times in the Bible. It is frequently used as a literary device to illustrate desolation, loneliness, abandonment. Yeah. Yep, the wild dogs. Some... Yep, this is the creature that the Egyptian god Anubis is based upon. Looks like my character. Oh, are you a jackal? That's cool. I was laughing at the fact that we were trying to get your attention. Oh, the what? Yeah, don't worry. I'll attach a sound to that. I'll attach a sound to it, so I'll know it when you guys are trying to get my attention, or when you redeem animal fact. Sounds like my mom when you're like, Mom, 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 and she's like, what? Well, no, my mom doesn't do that, but you know, moms do that. I almost wonder if we could slope up into a second floor on the sides, like if I barn them in, taper them. Might look good tapered if I try, but we'll see. What if we taper the ends? Because the bigger pals will still be able to root to some of the beds if they're, able to. Like so. And then we'll get some roofing set up. We'll have it tapering in the ends. And I just gotta build the walls, like a wall right here in between, and then I'll be able to connect them. I hope we get more building options in the future. That'd be really nice. Sometimes, or for some reason I was confusing jackal with jackalope. Oh yeah, they're a little similar. Yeah, the jackalope is, that's the mythical one, right? Or is the jackalope real? Hold on. One of them's real, one of them's not. Hey, Emmy. Hello, hello. I think the jackalope is the rabbit with antlers, right? Yes. Jackalope is the mythical creature of the rabbit with antlers. That's Seymour's uh animal. Seymour's a jackalope. You ever hear of a Wolpertiger? Wolpertiger is another mythical creature, and it's like the jackalope, but the difference is that it has sharp teeth and wings, like little bird wings. Really cute. I'm currently a fox, but another that is another that's a dog, not a jackal. Oh, I see, I see. Never had to do that to my mom. She always answered on the first time. I love blowing the crap out of my mom. Zoomies are great. Oh no. No, my mom was very, very strict about teaching me to not interrupt people and stuff like that, to be like good about communicating with people, don't interrupt folks, stuff like that. She was very serious about it. And her way of teaching that was if you did try to do the mom thing, she just like she would ignore you. She would just ignore you. It doesn't matter what you would do or say. And when she was done talking to who she was talking to, you're just punished because you're like, you were being rude. You know you're being rude. You know you're not supposed to do that, and you did it anyway to annoy me. So, like, yeah, things like that. Hold on. What if I... But yeah, so I learned very fast that the mom thing doesn't work. She was very, very strict about that. However, my sister is a different story. My sister is stubborn. My sister is very, very stubborn. And despite my mom's attempts, she never really got the message through to her. Hold on, I'm trying to get this fucking... So my sister would do that. She would do the mom thing. And my mom would just kind of like sigh, turn and look at her just like with this withering look of like, what? She would just look so upset. And the thing is, like, the way my sister would start to get her attention, she knows that my mom was kind of like self-trained to ignore the word. So if she really wanted her attention, she would just yell her name. Just my mom's first name. And you know, my sister, she's a bit of a spitfire. So of course, it eventually came to a point where if my sister wanted her attention, she would just yell, "Hey, bitch!" Things like that. And my mom would just sigh and be like, "What do you want?" My mom never punished her for swearing. She didn't believe swearing was punishable, just as long as that you were professional and nice to the people you needed to be. Things like that. Because she kind of always kind of like knew the thing of teenagers are gonna do things that they know are bad because they are either told they're not supposed to or because they want to be more adult. So she kind of like never punished my sister for using a mature or adult language. Because she's like, well, I mean, if I tell her not to do it, she's gonna do it because she's not supposed to. So if I don't react to it, she might get bored and just decide not to swear because it's not gonna incentivize a reaction. And things like that. And, you know, of course, because swearing was just really, really common in my family. Everyone swears a lot in my family. It's just the way we speak to each other. I typically try not to swear too much on stream because I just prefer not to. But it's really common in my family. Oh, yep, I hear Seymour's car. I can't do that with my parrot. Just make me eat a bar of soap. My mom, she had a gentle guiding hand when it came to raising us. I mean, I mean, everyone's heard some stories here and there about my biological mom. She has her merits and she has her faults, just like any parent does. Overall, compared, because I've grown up with a lot of mixed family. You know, my parents divorced when I was super, super duper young, so I've always had a bio mom, a stepmom, a bio dad, and a stepdad. And compared to my quote-unquote 4 parents, you know, it's like growing up with 4 parents, my bio mom was the best. Was she the best of that's possible? No, but she was the best of the 4. Your parent did teach you well, I felt. Well, I appreciate that. A lot of it was a lot of self-growth and stuff like that too, you know. A lot of self-reflection and self-work. But overall, you know, she did good here and there. She always understood that teenagers need a little bit more space to grow, a little bit more privatehood. You know, teenagers need their privacy. They need their space to explore and experiment and grow. And she did offer that. She offered patience with mistakes. And I think that's because she herself had a very difficult teenhood growing up. You know, she made a lot of her own mistakes, a lot of her own experimentation. In fact, she always thought that my sister and I weren't wild enough. She says that my sister and I were boring teenagers because I never really got into recreational drugs. I didn't start drinking until I was 18. I know you're not supposed to drink when you're 18 in America, but I didn't drink until I was 18. And heck, I've never even smoked cigarettes before. I tried my very first weed, like what, a month ago? 2 months ago? Yeah, I was a boring kid. I was a boring teenager. And she always remarked that we were really boring. Not in a bad way, but just we weren't like wild or crazy with anything. Even though she gave us so much wiggle room. And maybe we weren't wild because of that wiggle room. There was never a desire to rebel because there was nothing holding us down. We didn't have like a collar and a leash, you know. And she was definitely the kind of parent who, if you did make mistakes, she was very rational and very open to speaking to you and teaching you things. And she was forgiving and punishing at the same time. Like, if you made a mistake, she would work with you to make up for it. But she didn't do, like, unreasonable long groundings. She didn't really believe in grounding for that purpose. She believed in working to make up for a mistake. So your grounding was usually just like an increase in chores. We had little chores we had to do at my mom's, but not terribly so. Like, I did dishes and I took care of the chickens and stuff like that. I vacuumed. But I don't know. It probably would have been better if I lived with my mom more. I switched to full custody to my dad when I was 13. Let's see. I'm trying to think of how to do this roof. Like, I have the flat roof base down, but with that, I can decorate it on the top to look a little different if I want. It's big, though. It's big enough to house, like, any of the giant pals I'm gonna need. Oh, speaking of giant pals, let's get some big ones down real quick, and we'll see if they can route into the inside of the barn to sleep. All my diggers are at the other location, unfortunately, but Reptoro whatever, it's really big. I have some Jormandus, right? Jormantides? I have some Jormantides. I have a Suzaku. I have you. I have you. I do have some big pals. Let's see what they do when it's bedtime. I don't have enough beds. Hold on, we're 1 pal extra. Okay. We're gonna let them run around for a little bit, and we'll see if what they do when it's bedtime. I see one bot got stuck up there. So, but that's not permanent. You got stuck on top of an ore vein, but those aren't permanent either. Let's just get them moved and teleported so that they reset. And it's almost nighttime, so we'll see what they do. Oops. Wrong pal. Grab you. Oh gosh, the Jormantide ended up on there. Whoops. Yeah, I gotta get rid of that little thing. You have to have a roof in order to sleep in your bed. Oh. There you go. Gosh, some of these pals are really big, huh? I don't expect to use tons of these big pals for the mine. I'm just kind of like stress testing it, if that makes sense. Alright, so the biggest ones stay out, as I expected, like Jormuntide, Brunk Cherry, Wumbo Boltan, Reptaro. So the biggest one stayed outside, which is normal. Oh my gosh. The Relaxaurus came in here. The Elfindren came in, I think. Oh, wait, did a Jormuntide try to come in here? Did it end up somewhere? Hold on. Oh, the Jormuntide tried to sleep, but they got stuck underground. Uh-oh. What happens if I delete your bed? Do you wake up? Oh, okay, it fixes you. Okay, good. So if he woke up, it's possible that he'd unstick, but I don't really expect to use these guys here. They're so big. Well, all in all, they are able to route inside, and that's my biggest concern. So with a little tweaking, I could probably replace some of these tiny beds with some more of these giant ones, and we'll see what we can do. But so far, this barn will look, okay. I'm gonna have to make the top look pretty instead of a flat surface. Yeah, so I'll have to work on the roof, but I think this is where I'm gonna call good for the stream today. Didn't Draco tell us 23? Wow. Yeah, I started when I was 18, I think. I think my first drink of alcohol was like a bottle of wine or something. Last December, I found my first alcohol that doesn't give you hives? Oh no. Goodness. I'm so sorry. That must not been fun to like experiment and try and figure out things that do and don't give you hives. I'm sorry. I don't drink anymore though. I quit. It's just, you know, it gave me health problems myself too, so I went from drinking a lot to not drinking at all. Rum and Coke was your first, then Mike's? Oh goodness. Yeah, I think my first was wine. But anyway, I think we're gonna call that good here. Seymour's home, and this was my first stream back after being sick for quite a while, so my throat is a little sore and tired. Getting back into it. That didn't go too bad though. I think I'm gonna call it good here. I think I'm gonna go right over to Lantos. Let's see. I tried raiding Lantos last time, but he was ending stream right when I raided in, so it wasn't able to work. But we're gonna go raid Lantos. He is also playing Palworld right now. I'm gonna drop the name here just so that you don't miss it in case the raid doesn't kick you over. So we're raiding Lantos92. He is a dragon VTuber, and in fact, I'm the artist for his PNG tuber. So yeah, you're more than welcome to go check that out. We got a raid message for our dragon raid, and yeah. And I'll also drop the Discord link here if anyone is interested. Oop, that's not the Discord. There it is. There's the Discord link. That's the best way to keep updated with me since the only social media I use is heckin' Tumblr. But my card is all there and everything. So yeah, there's a Discord link to join if you're interested. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here with me today. I hope you all had fun. Hope feel free to follow if you enjoyed as well. Get that raid started and going. Yeah, I had a good time. My first stream back in a while being sick. I'm expecting to also stream tomorrow. We'll either do more Palworld or we might do art. I'm not sure yet, but it's, you know, it's all up in the air. Same time as usual tomorrow. I'll try to be up on time at 11 a.m. Eastern time. If I don't worry, I'll try to get up eventually. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here with me today. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.